What is up, YouTube? It is your girl, Nurse B. Lachelle, and I am so excited to be back with another video. It's been a while. It's been a little minute, but let me tell you, there is nothing about my life that is just smooth sailing, just very planned. Everything is on a timely manner. Oh, no. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. My husband and I, we just like to go with the flow of things. We just like to just live our lives in the fast lane. Ever since the last video, there's been a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening, a lot of new and exciting things. And I'm sure most of you can already guess one of the biggest things that has happened, updates, I should say, is that we are expecting baby number 2. Already, okay? Did I expect this news? No. When I recorded the last video, which was back in May of last year, I believe, I was 4 months postpartum, okay? 4 months. So, I was 4 months postpartum, and then very shortly after, I found out that I was pregnant again, that we were going to be parents of 2. So, that was back in May. I am now like 37. I'll be 37 weeks tomorrow. So I am very close, very, very soon to being a mom of 2 under 2. But we will get into that. How I found out, some little inkling feelings of why I thought that I may be pregnant. I'll get into that in a second. But also, since the last video, our first and only daughter that is here, Pilar, she turned 1 not even 10 days ago. So we currently have a fresh 1-year-old, and then we will soon have a newborn. So Pilar just turned 1 due to, COVID and all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world, and just to protect her from germs and, all the stuff that's out there. We decided to have a birthday parade. So it was a drive-by, whatever you want to call it, drive-by, parade, birthday style type of thing. And it was so cute. The theme of her birthday was Wild One. And so Jermaine and I, my husband and I, we dressed up as, I was a giraffe / cheetah. Like, I had on a cheetah onesie and giraffe ears. And, he had on, he was a lion. He was a lion. It was a very interesting looking lion, but he was a lion. He did it for his daughter's first birthday. So that was, it was fun. We had a really, really good time. We made sure we gave people, instructions on where to all meet up at. And then they all drove by and kind of handed their gift out the window, waved to Pilar, and then we gave everybody a party favor bag, and they just kept on moving. We did have some family members come into the house because she did have cake and cupcakes and pretzel rod sticks and all that stuff. We had a little photo booth set up, a bunch of balloons and decor and everything like that. But it was just for family and some people that had children. So, time just flies. Like, I cannot believe I already have a 1-year-old and that I have another baby on the way, and any time now, any time. So, let me see. So this pregnancy thus far has been a lot better than the first one. Not sure if I mentioned it on the last video, but Pilar, my first daughter, she came 2 months early. She was delivered at 32 weeks. 32 weeks, kind of scary. And I know, just with technology and all these advancements in healthcare that, things have progressed a lot. Like, there's babies born way sooner than 32 weeks, and are healthy, are thriving, doing great. But it's a scary thing when you've never had a kid before and you have a child in the NICU and then you get discharged, but your child is still at the hospital. Lots of mixed emotions, but let me tell you how blessed we are because she stayed there for 26 days, no complications. The only thing she had to do was like eat, sleep, and grow. And she came home and she's just been growing and thriving and just, being herself. She has a huge personality already, which is why I can record this video right now because she is taking a nap. So I was like, okay, perfect timing, perfect timing. I promised you guys I will have her on here one day so you can get a chance to meet her. She loves the camera. But yeah, so I'll be 37 weeks as of tomorrow, which is the furthest that I've made it in a pregnancy. So I am so excited and I feel like this child, this baby girl, maybe will be a rule follower because, it's been such a smooth pregnancy, that, I haven't had any complications, haven't been back and forth to the hospital and stuff like that. So I'm like, thank you, baby girl. Thank you. Let's go all the way. I'm praying for full term, which I actually am considered full term, but of course, the longer that they bake, the better, apparently. So anyway, when I found out that I was pregnant, first of all, I hadn't come on my period, which was normal because after you deliver, you don't immediately come back on your period, especially if you're breastfeeding. And I was only able to breastfeed for a couple weeks after I had Pilar. I had no appetite. So the less you eat, the less you drink, the less milk that you produce. So that was my situation. But I still hadn't come on a period. And I was also I was having very similar cravings that I had when I was pregnant with Pilar. Like some of my cravings were, of course, eating ice because my hemoglobin is always a little low. So eating ice like it is food. Literally for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I could crunch on ice. Particularly Wawa ice. Wawa, the what do they call it? The pellet looking ice is like the best ice ever. Anyway, so ice eating and chewing gum, but like minted, super minty spearmint type of gum. But not just chewing the gum. It's this thing when I'm pregnant, for some reason, I want to swallow the gum as well. Never swallow gum all my life. Never swallow gum, in my adult life. Never was appealing to me until I became pregnant. And it's just one of those things when you're pregnant, you just go through some weird stuff. Some really, really weird stuff that's just unexplainable. So anyway, I was having some of those cravings. I'm like, okay, I'm 4 months postpartum. Why do I want to swallow gum again? Why am I enjoying crunching on ice again? This is weird. But I was like, no way. Well, yes way. Finally took the pregnancy test and it said positive. I just remember going into the bathroom and walking out like, and my husband was like, what? And I was like, oh, whoa. What are we gonna do? Another baby? Like, I don't know how many of you moms out there remember what it feels like when you had a 4-month-old. But when you have your first child, or if you have a 4-month-old, it may be your third child, and you have a 4-month-old. I know for myself, I just couldn't even fathom being pregnant and having another baby on top of that. So it was just crazy emotions going through my mind. I was like, I should be excited, but I want to cry. I should be excited, but I'm speechless. I was speechless. Meanwhile, my husband's like, sweet. Yeah, sweet, because you don't have to carry a baby, okay? they don't have to go through any of these body changes and all that stuff. I'm like, sweet. He's like, honey, we will be okay. Like, we're gonna be fine. Which I know that, but like, that wasn't my first reaction, to be honest. That was not my first reaction. So anyway, that was basically, you know, how it all went down when we first found out. But you know, I have been hearing a lot of good things about having kids back to back. So it seems like there is a lot of positive, as in, they will grow up together. They will be able to entertain each other, when they are both able to, like, you know, start walking and talking and stuff. You know, some of my friends are like, I have one kid and all they want me to do is watch them build Legos up and knock them down for the 100th time today because they have no one else to play with. So it's like, mommy, daddy, can you watch me? You know, so I am excited that, you know, Pilar will have a sibling to grow up with. And, you know, everybody's like, they'll be close and they'll have such a tight bond. And, you know, they'll just, and I'm hoping that is true. So for everybody that's saying my girls will be super close and have this super close bond, when they're fighting and trying to take each other's head off one day, you know, I'm like, I thought you said they would be close. Whatever happened. And I'm sure that's going to happen anyway because they're siblings. I don't know anything about sibling rivalry or closeness or the bond because I grew up as the only child. So I didn't grow up with any siblings. My friends, you know, who are still my best friends, more like sisters today, where I are who I consider my siblings. So I was the only child. I didn't have to share. I didn't have to, you know, fight with you today and then we have to make up like in a couple hours because mom and dad said so. Nope, didn't have to do it. If we didn't get along, then I knew that you were going home. So I didn't have to deal with you. Or I could just go home, you know? But yeah, so that was my experience. So I'm actually excited to be able to, you know, get that sibling experience through my daughters and, you know, and watch them learn to share and to, you know, just grow up and have like a best friend for life. That's really exciting. Will we try for a boy? I don't know. I don't know about that. Your girl is getting older, okay, by the day. And I know that if we do decide to have another child, it will not be this close back to back. Like it will not be, it won't be another 13 months apart, baby, okay? I definitely need time to just, let me figure this out, you know, without being with child. So no, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, we don't really make plans. Things just kind of happen. But I don't want to leave the hospital without birth control, for real. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. One of the biggest things that I've been trying to figure out is, you know, what does having 2 under 2 look like? You know, that is why I need time to, first of all, not get pregnant again for at least a year and some change, because I think having 2 under 2 is going to be challenging. You know, Pilar just turned 1. She is not walking yet. She stands up, she has balance, you know, she stands up, claps her hands, waves, does all this stuff. She'll fall, gets back up, stands up on her own. But when it comes to taking her first little steps, she's like, nope. She'll walk with the walker. So anyway, she's not walking yet, but she is very close. So yeah, just trying to figure out how 2 under 2 is going to look, you know. I think the good thing is that, of course, our newborn baby girl, newborns sleep majority of the day. So as long as she's fed, she's dry, you know, and she's happy, then she'll be sleeping. And I'm like, we did meet this very, very, very sweet young lady who actually has watched Pilar before, and she's a nanny. She's actually a postpartum doula, which is very cool. I didn't know much about postpartum doulas until just recently when I met her. But, she's very open and willing to, come whatever time of the day that I need, whether we need her in the daytime, the mornings, or at night. I just don't know what that will look like for me and my family. I'm a go with the flow type of person. I don't know if it'll be more beneficial for her to come and relieve me for a little bit in the morning or the evening or at night. Or do I need a postpartum nanny doula at all? Fortunately, I do have a lot of family here in my city, and but I don't like to bother people too much, but I don't mind asking for help either. I'm not one of those moms. If you can watch her and give me a break, it's been super helpful to have help close by in the area, especially with having a baby and also being pregnant, especially in these last couple of weeks. Whew, your girl's been a little out of breath, okay? Been a little out of breath, moving around. It's just not as easy. Like, I can't wait to have my body back, and get some energy back, you know what I'm saying? To be able to get back like in the gym and working out and just being more active. Because right now it's like picking her up and she's like sitting on top of my belly, or changing her diaper and she's kicking her sister already. I'm just like, oh Lord, it's too much. So I'm trying to figure out what help would look like when having 2 under 2. And it may be something I may be able to do on my own, but I am not opposed to help, to family, or even, with the postpartum doula that we met, and just kind of figuring that schedule out. So if you guys have any tips or advice on, maybe what worked well for you with having 2 kids or having 2 under 2. If you had a nanny, or you had, family that helped out, like what part of the day was like best for you to still feel like you had your sanity, Because I'm telling you, being a mom, you see these posts or you hear about, those times or those moments when, it's like, I just want to take a shower. It's like, girl, you can take a shower. But there really are moments where it's like, okay, I think I had these leggings on for like a couple days now. I just, or your showers are like very quick because maybe she's asleep or the baby is asleep. You want to be able to hear out, or just, I don't know. It's just different when you're a mom. And there's been times where I have put her activity center in the bathroom with me, and she's been in there, while I've taken a shower, and it was absolutely fine. Like, I left the door cracked. It wasn't too steamy, all that stuff. And it was fine. But there are moments where you just miss having a totally mindless shower. You know what I'm saying? I can just spend as much time in the bathroom. Me time, just having me time. I miss having me time. And even though my husband is here to help out, but it's not, it's just, it's different. Moms just do it different. So anyway, that is all. I mean, and I think as far as my work schedule too, I'm here with Pilar. I'm still working as a full-time on-call hospice nurse. So I am, it's Monday, like a Monday through Thursday on call. She goes to the babysitter in the evenings from like 5 p.m. until like 11, when we're pretty much wrapped up with like meetings and stuff with our business. And so my husband goes to pick her up around 11:30 at night. Good thing about having family, because I don't know many babysitters that are watching kids at that time of night. But fortunately, we have that set up. So, yeah, but I know maternity leave is on the way. And so I'm looking forward to that break. I actually need to inquire about maternity leave and stuff. Because last time I had my baby at 32 weeks unexpectedly, I didn't even have time to think about this stuff. The other thing I've been thinking about too is like, oh my goodness, I guess I need to pack a hospital bag to prepare myself more for the hospital stay, because the beds are so uncomfortable. The pillows are just the worst. And so I am in the mode of preparing for my hospital stay, hospital bag. Thank you to all of you YouTubers out there that put that kind of information out there. It's been very, very, very helpful. And that's all I got for now, guys. I'm not gonna hold you too much longer, but I will keep you guys posted. And my goal now is to post more often. So be on the lookout for that. And until then, I'll catch you later. Deuces.